from the Attorney General's office. And I want to thank, first of all, the now Governor Jerry Brown, former Attorney General, for becoming a partner in this over a year and a half ago, and my current friend, Attorney General Kamala Harris, who, after she was elected, when I visited her in Sacramento, she said, absolutely, we will continue to be partners in your fight for justice regarding corruption in San Bernardino County. I also want to thank our several grand jury members from our sitting grand jury, not the criminal indicting, but sitting grand jury, that assisted us throughout the last couple of years with witnesses that we presented before them a little over a year and a half ago. I also want to thank our sheriff, Rod Hoops, who just recently in the last few months assisted us with personnel in some areas that is confidential that I cannot discuss. And I also want to thank our friends from the federal partnership, the U.S. Attorney's Office and the FBI, who are assisting us in the San Bernardino Corruption Task Force as we proceed with other parts of the investigation. This has been a culmination over 2.5 years of hard work by this team. It was over a year and a few months ago that I had our first press conference regarding colonies and the conspiracy. And people were asking questions then, is this over? And I said, we are not done. We will continue this investigation. And we did. Our team worked hard. They uncovered a significant amount of evidence consisting of documents, witnesses. You'll see in your packet there were 45 witnesses we presented to the grand jury. But that's not the extent of our witnesses. There are more. We fought really hard, as some of you reported, for that attorney-client privilege waiver. There was a reason for that fight. We knew that evidence was going to assist us. And I can't tell you details, but I will tell you it absolutely did assist us in this investigation, getting those statements from those attorneys from those private law firms. We also had a plea of Bill Postmus, former assessor, board chairman, San Bernardino County. Bill has been working with this office and cooperated. He corroborated what we already knew. And that's what I want to say loud and clear, what we already knew. We decided to go down this grand jury path prior to Bill Postmus ever pleading guilty. And we would have been here today even without Bill Postmus. However, with his cooperation, it's only strengthened our case as we move forward into the court of law. It was with determination, courage, committed resources by this office and our state and federal partners that we have gotten to this point. I said to the citizens in 2003, as I've indicated, we are not going to tolerate corruption in San Bernardino County. When we raise our right hand and we take that solemn oath, that's what we mean. We are going to do what's right for the citizens. We're going to abide by the state constitution, by the federal constitution, and it always hits me strong at the end when we talk about that we will do our job to the best of our ability. That job, landline upon which we are about to enter, these individuals have violated the trust of the citizens of this county. As I indicated, corruption will not be tolerated, and we are going to put an end to corruption in San Bernardino County. I also want to thank the grand jury, the indicting grand jury. The citizens that came in took time away from their lives to sit and listen to the evidence. It took several weeks to present. The other issue I mentioned before, and I will mention again, is the $102 million that we believe was stolen from the tax-paying citizens of San Bernardino County. And I only will say this about that amount. There is a term called restitution upon conviction, and we will, as partners with the AG's office and the district attorney's office, make sure that that is a restitution order if that hasn't been done before us with our other partners in county council. Jerry Brown, our current governor, attorney general, then said this was one of the biggest corruption cases he'd seen in the state of California. I will tell you this is a historical day, because this is one of the biggest corruption case the district attorney's office of San Bernardino County has prosecuted. as a team with the Attorney General's office. We're not going to back down. I've made that commitment before. We're going to continue going forward with our investigation. This is a huge step regarding the colonies and the conspiracy. I look forward to working with our teams, the FBI, the U.S. Attorney's Office, and the Attorney General on the other parts of our investigation that are ongoing. With that, I want to thank everybody for being here today, and before I open it up for questions, Mr. Johns, would you like to say a few words?
Mike, thank you. On behalf of Attorney General Kamala Harris, we are proud to be part of this effort, and this indictment that will be unsealed today and available to you, I think marks a new chapter in the struggle against corruption here in San Bernardino County and indeed throughout the state of California. One of the signal aspects of this investigation is the equal partnership that we've shared over the last almost 2 years with District Attorney Ramos, and then first Attorney General Brown, who's now the governor, of course, and now with Attorney General Harris, who's equally dedicated to seeing this through to the end. So this is a signal event today in terms of achieving this indictment. There's a lot more work ahead in trying this case, bringing these individuals to justice, and continuing, as the District Attorney just mentioned to you, our ongoing partnership with the District Attorney's Office, the FBI, and the United States Attorney's Office in addressing all aspects of past corrupt practices here in San Bernardino. And the Attorney General is committed to this, and we won't rest until we have followed all of the evidence to wherever it leads, and we will continue in that. But again, thank you for being here, and Mike, thank you for partnering with us.
Thank you. With that, I will open it up to questions if there are any questions at this time.
Do you know where the whereabouts of Paul BN might be? Any idea?
At this time, we have a team out looking. We have some leads, and that's about all I can say about that.
Did you try to contact his attorney to do the same thing?
Yes, we gave that offer to all of the attorneys. Look, we're not out to arrest people and make a big deal about it, or arrest them in their homes in front of their families and their children. That's not what this is about. So we gave all of the attorneys the opportunity to bring them to our office and do it in that way, protect the dignity of everybody involved, including our office and the system. We gave Paul's attorney that same courtesy, and for whatever reasons, and they may have a good reason, we just don't know that, they did not take advantage of that.
Was he instructed not to leave the area?
I don't believe he was instructed not to leave the area. You know, Mr. Schreiber?
He was instructed to stay close in town over the next couple of weeks.
Can you address, why this investigation took so long? How tangled of a web it was? How come it took go 2.5 years?
Believe me, I wish it would have taken 2 months. What we have been through and what this district attorney has been through. But let me tell you something about cases like this and public corruption. They are not easy cases to begin with. They're tough to investigate. You have a system in place that we discovered where a lot of things were covered up. A lot of people were not talking. There were documents that had certain information that we had to follow up. There are bank records, there are campaign records, there are 700 forms. The attorney-client privilege information was how many thousands of pages? Just thousands. So in order to do it the right way, you want to make sure you cover every detail before you charge somebody with these types of cases, because you're talking about elected officials and other individuals that are what we typically call your white-collar type of crime. So they just, for whatever reason, the dynamics I just discussed take longer.
Do you think that, you came under political attack during this whole investigation
Yes.
yourself. Do you think it would have been wise to turn the whole case over to the AG's office?
You know, somebody asked me that, and when I took an oath of office to serve as District Attorney of San Bernardino County, it's my job to hold people responsible. Now, don't get me wrong, I totally appreciate the partnership, but I'm not going to slough off my responsibility to another agency just to protect me personally and politically. We did what was right, we did the right thing, and today